welcome to another reseller vlog. In today's video, I have a huge haul of things to show you. I got them on my sourcing trip down in Northern California. I didn't get any footage because frankly, the thrift stores there were so very tragic, I couldn't even film in them. Usually I can find one or two things to show you guys, even if I don't buy them. But in these thrift stores, absolutely not. And anytime I did find anything, it was wildly overpriced and I didn't bring it home. So most of the stuff that I got, I actually found on the side of the road, stopping at estate sales and yard sales because I happened to be driving over the weekend. So I do have a bunch of stuff to show you. So it was successful in terms of sourcing, just not successful in terms of video for you guys. And after we're done doing the huge haul, I'm gonna show you all the things I sold on my Etsy shop this past week, a lot of which you'll recognize from my last video. Okay, so looking in front of me, I have so many brass pieces to show you. I cannot wait to show you all the animals that I got. So I got these at an estate sale. So I happened to be in a Goodwill, and I overheard a woman talking about an estate sale that she had been to just up the road. And of course I was just like, excuse me, ma'am, where's this estate sale? So bless her heart, she told me. And so I went there and immediately grabbed these amazing swan brass planters. Now you guys may be thinking, didn't you just sell these recently? And you would be right. I sold a huge pair recently. So I cannot believe I found a second pair of brass swans in like a month span. So very excited about these. Thought they were awesome. Had to bring them home. One nice thing about road tripping and driving is you don't have to care about, you know, how heavy a piece is like you would if you were packing it in luggage. So I got those brass swans at that estate sale, and I also got all of these brass sailboats. Okay, so these are very greasy. I don't know why. They're so greasy. Maybe they were on top of like a stove or something, but I may have to pause and wash my hands. But I got this one, and then I got a set of black ones too, which I have never seen these black metal sailboats. I think they're really, really cool. I thought these were actually cooler than the full brass one. I've never come across this type of black, like coated brass. So really fun find. So these three were only $10 for this set. And we're gonna go pause and I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so I'm back with clean hands. So I also had some really good luck at some yard sales. So this one in particular had tons and tons of brass. So every brass piece that I got at this sale, including like a piece of art and some other stuff I got, was all like 35 bucks for the bundle. But I have never seen a brass etched bowl like this with a dog attached to it. Super cute. So this is actually not Indian. This is made in China. I thought it was absolutely adorable. I cannot wait to shine this up because I think it's gonna look amazing once it's not dirty like this. And then I also got this fish ashtray, which I thought was so cute. Look at that ashtray. I love anything fish right now. You guys know this. Like I love sardines and just fish stuff right now. It's just having a moment. So I'm like very influenced by it. So I got these. I got a couple of brass boxes that are very heavy, which I've never come across. This one I think has like a seal on top, but look at the detailing. So it's etched, and then also has these very cool like handles. It comes off. I think it would have been maybe like an incense thing because of the holes, like you would have put incense or potpourri in it. But yeah, this super solid, awesome, never seen it before. And same thing with this very cool lidded pot. Never seen this before. I mean, look at the detailing on this. And there's separate scenes on it. It's just a very cool piece. So yeah, stuff that I have not come across before, which is always exciting because, you know, I've seen a lot of brass, you know, during this thrifting, reselling journey that I am on. And so anytime I can find anything unique and new, it's always very exciting. So some random stuff that I added to my brass bundle. I did get this bell, which is a painted, beautiful brass bell. You guys know I'm picking up bells all the time now because they're very valuable. So this will be available for sale. I got this pair of brass tongs randomly. I don't know. At that point, I was like, anything brass, I'm just gonna add to a bundle because as you know, when you're at a yard sale and a estate sale, the more you bundle, usually the better the price. So I added that to it. And then I also got this really beautiful art piece. Now you will have seen this in a last like haul video because I used it in styling, but I actually got it on my sourcing trip in California. It was originally 75 bucks whenever it was made. So that's actually like, that's a lot for I imagine like several decades ago. It's not painted. I mean, this part's painted and I think this part is actually some sort of like mixed media transfer, but it's really beautiful. Look at the writing on the back. I mean, that in and of itself is very artistic. So I was really excited to pick up this piece. You guys know me, any type of small floral artwork, I always bring home. And then a couple of wood things I got these trivets because they are always something that's popular. I like these ones because they're very dark. Wood usually is more of like a mid-tone, like teak colored wood. It's called rosewood actually. But these ones are stained a lot darker, so that's why I got them. And they have the brass inlay in the center. So these are always like a decent seller, and so I picked them up. And then you guys know this, which is another one of those Polish wood boxes. These are a great seller for me right now. Boxes in general, you guys know, but especially Polish ones like this. So it's really good, great condition, beautiful box. So I was super excited to find this one too. So one very expensive thrift store that I went to happened to have this copper tray for only $4. Everything else in that store was wildly overpriced, sometimes more than what I would ever think to charge on something that was not truly special. And then I saw this, I'm like, oh, that's pretty. I wonder how much, like as a joke in my mind, I'm like, I wonder how much they marked that up. And I saw $4 and I thought, maybe they forgot to take the tag off and price it because I couldn't believe that it was $4. So this piece, thought was beautiful. I love how it has the flower in the center, and I love that it has a hook on the back all ready to hang it up on the wall. So this was a huge score considering where I got it. That whole store, it smelled bad, it was dark. That was the other thing about the stores that I went to. Almost every single one had like a very heavy smoker, so everything had a smoke smell to it, so I could barely shop because I was getting like actually nauseous being in there, and everything was dirty. I don't know if I just went to the wrong places, but I did not have a lot of luck at the thrift stores, like I said. So mostly like the sales on the side of the road, but this was definitely a score. This will be available on Etsy. So I also picked up a few things for grab bags. So I got this adorable Florentine, probably coaster, I guess. And so this was only 50 cents. So I grabbed this, and this will be available in a grab bag because I'm going to be making some really cute grab bags soon. And then this really cute little vase I got for $1. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely worth probably like 12 to 15 bucks. So I can't decide if I want to put it in a grab bag or if I actually want to try to sell it on its own because it is really adorable. It's already pre-shined up. It's very solid considering it is so small. So TBD on what I want to do with this, if I'm going to put it in a grab bag or if I'm going to actually sell it on its own. I will say some of the antique malls that I went to just north of San Francisco, they have some really beautiful stuff. Nothing that I could resell except for this piece. I thought there was still some margin in it. This was 16 bucks. You guys know I sell these all day long. So I did pick this up, but mostly north of San Francisco, everything was wildly expensive. And then I'd have to pay sales tax. In Oregon, we don't have sales tax. So it is really hard for me to stomach higher prices and sales tax. So I didn't really see anything at the antique malls that I felt like I could flip. And I definitely wanted to just source on this trip and not really buying anything for myself. Now, I did buy myself 2 things. Everything else is actually going to be available, which you guys are probably like, wow, Andi, you want to keep like half your haul every time. But when you see the things I'm going to keep, you're going to be like, oh yeah, you should definitely keep those. They look like you. So not super exciting, but I did find at some random thrift stores some frames. Now, the art in these have disappeared. So they would have been in there, but I think they must have been faded by the sun. But the matting in the frame on these, very unique and cool. They were $3 each. And so I was like, absolutely, they're coming home. You guys know I pick up a lot of random loose art. I'm always needing interesting framing options for them. And the fact that these had like the super size mat for something small in the center, I just think that type of like matting and framing artwork is so cool and unique. So that's why I had to get them, because these would have been professionally framed. I'm really bummed though that the art glass that they used didn't work because you can't see the art anymore. So lesson learned too, when you are framing something professionally, make sure you're getting like the gallery quality type of finish on the glass, because that really will prevent your stuff from fading. Okay, so I have more brass to show you guys. Lots more brass to show you. So I happened upon a shop that had all of these brass birds, which I could not believe. They had all these brass owls. They were $14.99 and $12.99 for the little ones, so definitely paid up for them. But I have not seen brass owls in ages in the thrift stores, so I was super excited to find these. and I will sell these probably starting on Etsy, and then I'll take them to my booth. We'll definitely sell my booth, but I want to give you guys the opportunity to buy them first. But yeah, I thought they were really great. They are missing the felting that would have originally been on the bottom. So in case you've ever been curious, like, are these types of pieces solid brass or not? They usually are not solid all the way through, and they're hollow, and then oftentimes filled in with this plaster to weigh them down, and fill them in. And then usually then the thing is coated over. I don't think that's a big deal that they've gone missing. Someone else could, you know, put that on. I mean, most of the time with our decor, we're not moving around where it's gonna scratch. But I think some people would be surprised to see what's actually inside of these. These were made in Korea. So certain brass pieces were made in Korea, many were made in India, but these ones were made in Korea because this guy has the original made in Korea. I don't know if you can see that. There, oh, no. Anyways, you get the idea. So I was very excited to find these. So speaking of owls, and these are what I bought for myself, are these absolutely adorable owls. So these are not brass. These are like gold painted or gold leafed. They're so cute. I mean, look at their eyeballs. I mean, I fell in love with their eyes, and they have a lot of cool pattern on their bodies. They actually open, so they are lidded pots. I paid up for these $17.99 and $14.99, but these are actually worth a fair amount of money, and so I was very excited to find a pair of them. I've always wanted them, and I just think they're so cool and sculptural. So these are for me. I plan to keep them, sorry, but the other owls are gonna be for you guys. Okay, so that's everything I got on my sourcing trip, but I have a few things that I've actually picked up recently at my local thrift stores, like my local Goodwills. So I got this, you know, classic brass plant wall hanger. These are super versatile and fun. I mean, you don't have to put plants in them. You actually can put, you know, your keys and your dog leashes and poop bags and whatever you have in your entryway in it, so it doesn't have to be for plants. These are just really versatile. This one actually had a faux plant on it, and I made sure to remove it before I even left the thrift store because I don't want to deal with that dusty mess. So yeah, this will be available in my booth space. And I got a couple pottery pieces recently. So I got this beautiful glazed vase. I love how the blue is super drippy, and I love the blue and the cream, and then this really pretty rich brown. So this was only $3.49, so super reasonable. Handmade studio pottery piece. I thought it was really great, and pottery is selling for me in my booth spaces, so that's why I'm buying it a lot more now. And because everyone wants a butter bell, I also got this butter bell, and this happens to be the second one that I've gotten in a month, and I've never picked up a butter bell before, so you know, things just come in pairs or more once you start finding them. This one I thought was really fun because I really liked the colors on it. I thought it was very cool how it was dark and moody, but it had those fun like bright pops of like stripes and stuff. So this one was really pretty. So this will probably be available on Etsy first, and then I'll move it to my booth space. Things like this I usually don't want to put in a booth because it could easily be, you know, someone not knowing what it is can just like go, you know, rip it out and then bang it around. But it's definitely artist sign on the bottom. You can kind of see in the shine that there's a signature there. So it's definitely a handmade piece. But yeah, I was really excited to find this, and it was only $3. So kind of a weird piece of pottery that I picked up is this one. I don't know. I thought that the pattern on it was really geometric and eye-catching. It's really light. It's technically terracotta. It was only $1.99. I don't know, just something about it really appealed to me. Very mid-century vibe, so that's why I picked it up. It's not, I don't know if it's particularly valuable because of the weight of it. It's very lightweight and probably just some sort of like souvenir piece. But I think someone who loves mid-century decor or anything that has like this eye-catching type of geometric pattern will definitely want this. So I'll probably put this in my booth space. So something I got in a grab bag is this adorable patchwork elephant. You guys know I pick these up and sell these anytime I find them. This one I thought was so cute. So it's like a $2.99 grab bag. So I thought it was absolutely worth it. It has little bells on it. Some of his stuff is like come loose, so I gotta tack that down or glue it. But yeah, I thought this was really adorable, especially it could be on a tree for Christmas or just something fun and decorative on its own. Sometimes I just cannot resist pieces like this. So the next two things I have to show you, you guys will maybe remember if you watch my YouTube shorts or follow me on Instagram, I show these in a little like mini haul that I did there. I cannot believe I found 2 honey pots from Alessi. They are very valuable, $165 right now on the Alessi website. And I got them for $3.99 each. And they have the cool honey stir, and they're super solid. When I saw them in like the new bin at the thrift store, I was like, you know what, those look like they've been designed by someone versus just like manufactured, you know, like in China. And so I picked them up and like, oh, these are very solid. And then of course I did a Google Lens and I saw how much they were worth, and I was like, okay, so these are coming home with me. So I haven't decided where I'm gonna sell them. Probably, I may try eBay. So I've been thinking about trying eBay lately because I get comments all the time like, why don't you sell anything on eBay? And it's just because it's another platform, and you know, when you're doing well on one, just keep riding that train is my belief. And so, but I am accumulating things that are not technically vintage that you're not supposed to sell on Etsy. I mean, no one's policing it, but I thought, these might be a good thing to try on eBay. So we'll see. TBD on that. Otherwise, I may keep one for myself. I know my mother-in-law thought they were very cool, so she might want one. So we will see what I do with those. But I just realized looking in front of me that I forgot to show you 2 very cool things that I got on my sourcing trip. So I'm gonna get to those. So at the store I got all of those brass owls and gold owls at, I also got this very ornate brass and glass jewelry holder. I thought it was adorable. I love the pink felting. It's very dirty. It was $12.99. It's very dirty. I gotta clean it. But these types of ornate jewelry boxes can actually be worth quite a bit. So $12.99 is a pretty good deal for it, so that's why I grabbed it. But yeah, I haven't decided if I want to keep this or sell this because it is really pretty. I'm actually amassing a fair amount of like ornate stuff that I have not put up for sale. So I was thinking about maybe doing some sort of like romantic type, like French inspired European drop. So we'll see. We'll see if I do that. What time do I have to put together a collection? Usually I just gotta haul this stuff for you guys and get it up and get it out is how I'm doing things. But I want to try to get back to some stuff that's a little bit more creative. So we'll see. We'll see if I have time for that. But yeah, this will be available. I'm just not sure where I'm selling it yet. Okay, so the last thing I have to show you, which I can't believe I almost ended the video and didn't show you this amazing painting. So this was $20. It's an original. Look at the colors and the detail. It looks like something that would be in a museum, frankly, to me. It is that well done and that beautiful. I don't know anything about her. It is not artist signed anywhere. It obviously is original. I wish there was a signature so I could know. I have not done any Googling to see, if this is anything, but I thought it was absolutely stunning. And for 20 bucks, I about lost my mind. So this will be available on Etsy once I kind of figure out a little bit more about her and whether or not it's worth more than just your typical, portrait painting. But I love the fact that it's a portrait that is landscape orientation versus like this. I think that makes it even more unique. So anyways, I lost my mind when I saw her, so I had to bring her home. Okay, so that's everything I have to show you from the haul. So we're gonna shift gears now. I'm gonna show you what sold in my Etsy shop this week. Let's talk about what sold in my Etsy shop. So a lot of purchases from returning buyers and new buyers. So thank you everyone, like always, for supporting my shop. So this piece of art sold for $48 and it's going with the giant brass crane that I got from the UK. That was $78. So this is a bundle together. The bookends are going as a pair. I sold them for $78. And this brass dog was $48. And then this cute brass frog sold for $38. The leaf I sold for, I believe, $58 for the brass leaf with a teeny tiny frog. And the cute little bug right there. Really love this piece. The wall basket sold for $34. This mosaic platter that I almost didn't get, which I'm so glad I did because that sold very quickly, and that sold for 48 bucks. And this platter, I also picked up the same time I got that. And the platter sold for $58. And then this piece is a tic-tac-toe set I actually got from an estate sale marketplace. I think I only paid like $1.50. This is actually going all the way to Australia, so that sold for $24. And then this key organizer, that sold for 28 bucks. So yeah, a lot of great things shipping out to their new homes this week. So we're back in the chair to film the clothes. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed just seeing my haul and what sold in my Etsy shop. I promise the next video you're gonna see is a thrift with me shopping video. If you're looking for more thrifting and decorating content between my haul videos here on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.